win for our program, a complete team effort. We played hard, we played physical, we played tough, we executed well. We controlled the game on the ground, had relentless pressure on their quarterback, kicked the ball well, and that led to the kind of game that you just saw. It was really gratifying to see a team effort the way it was. We had great leadership from Taysom Hill. Our running game was strong and physical, and we threw and caught the ball better today, and our third downs reflected that. I thought our offensive plan was exceptional, and I thought our week of practice leading up to this game was one of the best that I'd seen since I've been a coach here. I'll be glad to take questions.
Bronco, do you prefer your 2-hour delay before the game or during?
Well, based on the outcome, I think we go with this later model, and so I appreciate the question. I'm kind of thinking about the, well, no, I'll just leave that.
What did you say to the team during that delay?
I didn't say anything. I mean, they were jovial and loose because, I mean, really, we've got 2 delays in our first 2 games, so we were just looking at each other like, I mean, come on. And so they were loose, and we kept it that way, and just we knew when we had to go out and play, we'd be ready. But in Virginia, I was tight, they were tight, there was tons of anxiety, and we already been through that, so I mean, if we get another delay, maybe we'll play even better. Are there any other questions?
That's a pretty big emotional swing, 1 week to 1 week. How did you keep the guys even keel?
We weren't even keel. It was a hard week. It was a hard loss a week ago, and we were low. But they translated that into work, and we worked them hard this week, and they wanted to be worked hard, and that gave them the chance to play like this. But there was nothing even keel about this. And to the point where we finally got to the game, and then there's another delay. It was just like, come on. And then all we could do was laugh. But I think they knew they were ready.
How do you go from last week's offensive output to a school record, 550 yards rushing, Taysom Hill goes off? What was the biggest difference?
We prepared better. We prepared harder. We prepared longer. We prepared more diligently as coaches and players. And again, our practice model from Monday through Thursday was, in my opinion, what the difference was.
You and Coach and I had a nice moment on the field after the game. How nice is it to take a little pressure off him? He's probably beating himself up a lot.
I love him. He's completely loyal. He's a fierce competitor. And we know it's going to take time. I mean, fans and others don't really want to acknowledge it's going to take time. But to have that kind of jump against that kind of opponent from 1 week to the next, I was happy for him a lot. And I understand what the pressures are like. And no one wanted his players to succeed more than he did, and no one wanted him to succeed more than me. And so it was nice to be able to acknowledge that.
How about the offensive line? It seemed
Awesome.
like it really came through.
It was they were assignment sound, but they also blocked harder, longer. They weren't just on the right people today. They actually blocked them with the right intensity and physical demeanor. Week 1, we were going fast, and they were on the right guys, but they weren't blocking them with the mindset that we wanted, and so that was our focus, to not give up the quality of plays, quality of each play for the speed of each play, and so we hit that hard.
So is the running success more of them doing what you said, doing better that way compared to what Texas was bringing to you guys?
It absolutely has to be a combination of both. I mean, it can't be just one-sided, but they rotated a lot. They were trying to keep fresh bodies in, and I just think we had a good plan and executed it well. And they have really good players, and they were trying hard. It just our execution today just gave us the advantage.
How were you able to change the mindset of the offensive line so drastically from last week to this week?
Coach and I have been working really hard with Coach 2J and our entire offensive staff, and I've been meeting with the entire team more on what it means to be a BYU football player and what that looks like. And I think anytime that I've been able to identify as a coaching staff what it is our team needs and we ask them right, they respond. And I think that's what happened this week.
What in the game plan allowed you guys to have so much pressure on the Texas quarterbacks throughout the game?
We just have really good players. When you add Kyle Van Hoy and Bronson Kafusi, and then Alani Fua and Ethan Manamaliuna, etc. The biggest mistake I made early in the game was maybe too much zone pressures, etc. And really, we got the most with just going straight up with our guys against theirs and trusting our players to win. And so that's really what happened.
You guys had